What if the best seat in Milan wasn't in the Duomo itself, but at a table with Ossobuco and Risotto inside the Galleria? That's what we found out on our trip. We had been walking outside around the Milan Duomo, soaking in its beauty. But after a while, our legs grew heavy and our stomachs began to growl. Hungry and tired, we decided to slip back into the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele to rest and eat. Every time you step into the Galleria, it feels like stepping into a dream. As we strolled through, one name caught our eyes: La Locanda del Gatto Rosso. Gatto means cat in Italian, and something about that name drew us in. Isn't it funny how sometimes the name of a place pulls you in before the menu does? We sat down and ordered Aperol spritz right away because in Italy, that's the drink you simply have to get. Next came the grilled octopus. Warm bread arrived at the table. We dipped it into extra virgin olive oil and balsamic vinegar. I thought to myself I could live on this bread alone. For our mains, I ordered ossobuco with saffron risotto, while we also tried the risotto del giorno, a creamy version with earthy mushrooms. The saffron risotto glowed a golden yellow, rich and creamy without being too heavy.
Cheers to Italy.
The ossobuco was the star, sprinkling a generous shower of Parmigiano Reggiano on top made it even more heavenly. Each spoonful was silky and comforting, the kind of food that makes you sigh with happiness. The veal shank was so tender it fell off the bone with the slightest touch of my foot. But the real magic was in the marrow inside the bone. Scooping it out felt indulgent, rich, buttery, almost like tasting pure luxury. I smiled, saying I was having food magic moments right there at the table. The mushroom risotto was no less impressive, earthy and fragrant. Together, it was a feast that made us slow down and savor every bite. Isn't it true that some meals don't just feed your body, they feed your soul? By the end of the meal, we leaned back in our chairs, Aperol glasses nearly empty, and smiles on our faces. The Galleria's glass ceiling still shimmered above us, as if watching over this unforgettable lunch. We couldn't help but think, if we had the same meal back in the US, it would probably cost double. But the memory here, in the heart of Milan, was priceless. That lunch became more than just food. It was a pause, a gift, a moment of joy shared together in one of the most beautiful places in the world. A reminder that sometimes the best way to experience a city is not just to see its monuments, but to taste them. And really, what could be more Milan than ossobuco, risotto, and a little cat in the Galleria?